Welcome back to the Doom Wizard, the Truth Wizard. It's October 27th. Likely when you may be watching this, it is Monday. So good morning or good afternoon, whichever is it. Welcome. I want to give a personal thanks to Joanne Perrick for throwing 15, Brent Fence 50, and as usual, Melinda McGinnis coming in with 20 for support to keep the truth alive, journalism real, living in the insane world, just saying it like it is, while everyone insists on living in their own dream bubble. So my name is Reagan, actually, and that was the name of this channel for a long time, but I've switched over to my alter ego, which is the Truth Wizard. So I'm glad to have you here. We're gonna do a world tour, as we usually do, with data, geopolitics, and us, you and me, people. Yeah. We're here, living through some of the most insane times in human history. Inequality has never been this higher. Greenhouse gases have never been this higher. Okay, get this. Israel bombed Iran. The whole world is saying, okay, stop now. Meanwhile, Beyonce endorses Kamala. Trump calls America a trash can and likens himself to Hitler and choosing his commanding officers, while as other former generals label him a fascist. Openly, Kamala approves this, yet you have a disillusioned public caught in gridlock 50-50. There are so many variables that could unfold right now. We could have, for instance, a Democratic president and a Republican vice president, or vice versa, and then we'd be caught like in gridlock, like a divorced marriage, no progress, stagnation. Not good. Well, you could say no problems get worse when we're not doing anything. False. We're in the fight of our lives right now, with the UN report coming out this week stating that emissions need to drop significantly, as they said a few years ago, 50% by 2030. But let's push the goalposts yet again, even though October, big oil executives, tell the UN, or I should say pay the UN to tell the media that we need to reduce emissions only 43% by 2035 to have any chance of not overshooting 1.5. I don't know what planet they're living on, because October breached 1.73 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it hasn't been this warm over pre-industrial time. I could just go down the list. We've never been back to baseline since like 1957 or 79, somewhere in the middle of the century. We've just been taking this slow but linear and now accelerating upwards approach to warming our planet rapidly. Okay, libertarian, are you listening? You like the cops? Back to the world. Don't have a wide weave here. You know, go on the Joe Rogan show and just keep on subject. All right, I'm going off. The planet's on fire. We're in crunch time. No one's doing shit. There is no action. COP29 is a waste of fucking time. Paul Beckwith, and hereby denounce your round trip to Azerbaijan, of all friggin' places, where 4,000 clowns meet. We're terminally ill. I don't have hope in us. We're beyond hopeless. But you guys know how I feel. I've spent over 800 videos talking about it. Got 1,440 subscribers. Okay, so precipitable water has been increasing, greenhouse gases, world temperatures, cases of extreme flooding in the States. Mexico just saw its 114 degree Fahrenheit day. Imagine what this does to crop yields around the planet. Meanwhile, UC Berkeley announces this new yellow stuff that can absorb carbon, which is fine and dandy in a lab setting, but how do you replicate that on a global scale, distribute it? Let me tell you about diesel vehicles. They're everywhere. Imagine all the little tuk-tuk vans and transport vehicles all around the world. We would need to re-engineer everything, the energy infrastructure. Just go look at your vehicle. Just go think about it for a second. No thinking here. We live in the insane world, and that's the name of this program. So go ahead and hit like and stay along. I'm trying to cover everything. And it's a lot, because I'm tense and just ready for this election, ready for November 7th, to see how we'll wake up and feel. It's a nerve-wracking time to be alive. I was driving home from work today after working a full schedule and full time in the States. That's at least 40 hours. And I just thought about just this insane world, just how fucking stupid and crazy all of it is. How selfish and possessatory, is that a word? People are with their offspring. Humans. I know, it's all genetics. Just how protective and coddling they are. And they grow up to be these men that come into my auto parts shop, and some of them are stagnant, some of them have their personalities, they all just aged and warped over time, and grown men are they're just globs of just ugh. I'm not even gonna get to that. We're not even gonna get to that. And that's the thing about learning about all this. It's like we don't have a fucking future. We don't have what they have. We don't have a retirement, which is set to run out in 10 years. I'm weaving wide. I get it. Okay. So 168 people died in a landslide in the Philippines. This 26-year-old kid tried to climb up from United Kingdom, tried to climb up this bridge and fucking died for a social media act. Olivia Munn is showing her scars. Bruce for having breast cancer, lymph nodes problem. So Kim Kardashian designed her like erotic clothes. Like, don't ask me, like, what the fuck, dude? Meanwhile, like, sex slaves get traded across the planet and work in like titty bars in Thailand on the streets where you can just go get a drink and then go get a room upstairs and do whatever you want with them. Imagine being like pounded by some gross old like British guy with a big fucking wart on his face. Yo, mate. Ugh, dude. Okay. So my thing is like, I've come to terms with this information. I do not see us having a stable lifestyle in the least after this decade. My imagination stops. I agree with my friend I spoke with in Australia on that. It's like, can't perceive where this leads. In addition to all this news about the AMOC shutting down and everything on the tipping points, there's a video called Climate Extremes. Are we past the tipping point or the abyss? I put it in my community feed, but it's like a we're fucked 101 course on like habitable boundaries, the tipping points, all the elements that you're like familiar with. And yet Johan Rockström, if that's how you pronounce it, and Michael Mann, the liar, among others, sign Bill Hare, I think. Is that what his name? Bill McGuire has a really good collapse video too. Signed a petition to companies saying that basically net zero is bullshit. All their carbon offsetting crap, plant a tree for every something, counting numbers, one for one, doesn't work. It's all bullshit. Duh, we knew that. It was just a fucking cop-out. Cop-out, huh? See it? Congratulate oil polluters. Cop. Yeah, that's a good phrase. I heard that from Climate Economy. That's what it should be renamed to. It's just all fucking hopeless, dude. We're beyond hopeless. No one's going to fix the economy. No one's going to ratify mandates to change course. Humans, we are terminally ill. We can't even grow our own food. We can't. I had this builder come by and tell me to have hope. It was just like, ugh, I just want to puke in my mouth. Like, what? We're terminally ill, dude. That mythical window of opportunity is so fucking gone in the rearview mirror now. And it's just comical. It's almost playing us. We're getting played, that the UN would say we have this time, that crunch time is here. We're past time. You could argue we're over 2 degrees Celsius. Definitely, if we even started now, converting to with this much population on the planet somehow, like it wouldn't even be a way of life we would even recognize. Just, it's not even worth going. Nitrogen, like fertilizers, like all just redoing just don't even, dude. So, thanks for hanging out. It is all doom and gloom. I'd talk about it. Either way, I hope you're not battling any form of depression right now, because mental illness is real. Be grateful. You could be dead in a school bus crash in Mexico along with 18 other people, just like that. All I know is find your Shangri-La, your safe place. That's a narrative. Shangri-La, it's not a real place. There's a whole video on it. It was made up. You guys know that. I don't need to fucking tell you this. Why do I talk about you like children? You know what I hate? I hate people who lecture and brag. I don't hate those people, but I hate when those behaviors. So I'm not doing that. Okay? If you've been on this long, man, or Abyss, man, some of you, friends for a long time. Okay, I wake up, I don't hear the sound anymore. This year, such a big transition for me. A good one. I don't wake up and I hear the hydraulic pumps of commerce and capitalism. Buses. Just the most industrial sounds that are so obnoxious. I would wake up to that every day. People lose their hearing in New York City living there for a while because the sirens all the time. Literally, I believe it. Civilization causes mental illness and depression, aches, pains. I know very few people who are like supremely adapted to living in the city without having some sort of, there's no panacea. You would write do not watch. No, I'm pretty even keeled, man. I've got a pretty good thing going on here. I have a job, respected at work by some people. Living in the insane world. I don't know how I'll top that last one. 75 likes. Let's try to get to 50. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you guys soon. If not before the election, then right after. I'll try. I'm pretty tense. Like work, the news, what's already been said, what we know. What is it, What are you going to say? What are you going to say?